So the question is, can you keep chicks of different ages and sizes together? So the answer to that question is possibly. Have I done it? Absolutely. But there is some things to consider. When you have chicks that are different sizes, your small chicks can get accidentally or on purpose run over when it comes time to feeding time. And so when I have chicks of different sizes, I like to keep the smaller ones in a smaller brooder. And then I put the larger ones in the expanse of the coop. And that way they have their separate areas. The smaller chicks can feed out of their own feeders and waterers without competition from the larger birds, and the larger chicks can have their feeders. It's really important that you do a free feeding method in this case, so I always make sure that the chicks who are growing, they eat a lot of food, I make sure that they have access to food and water at all times so there's no fighting over it, and I make sure that they have multiple feeding stations so that they're not going around looking to hop in with the smaller chicks to take their food. So that way everybody is on the same food, so it does help. When these chicks here are about 6 weeks old, then I will give them supervised access with these older chicks, and that way I can supervise to see how they get along. I've had really good success having chicks that are in a brooder inside of the coop with another age group of chicks. That way they are living together, but there is that barrier so that they're not on top of each other without running over the smaller chicks. And so they get used to each other, they get comfortable with each other living together like this, and then when the smaller chicks get bigger and are a bit tougher, hardier, then I put them together. And since they've already lived together, they already know each other, it has gone seamlessly in the past, and so that method has worked for me. So it works out so I don't need multiple coops to raise my chicks. The breed that I have on this farm is Buff Orpington chickens, and so they are known to have very gentle, docile temperaments, and so this has worked for them. I can't say how it would work for other breeds, but using this method, it has worked for me, and I really hope it'll work for you. So I just wanted to put it out there for you that if you have a coop but you have chicks of different ages, just use a divider in the coop to be able to keep the smaller chicks separate but still in the same coop. And that way they can get used to each other, and when they're a little bigger, they can all be together. So now you know, it is possible to keep chicks of different ages in the same coop. Just use dividers like this guinea pig playpen that I got from a friend. It works great just to be able to have a separate area for the smaller chicks to live in until they get a little bit bigger, and then I put them all together. So you should definitely give it a try if you have chicks of different ages. Go ahead and let them live together in the same coop, just in separate areas until they get used to each other and get a little bit bigger, and then let them join in together. If you liked this video, we have a whole chick care playlist. You should definitely check it out. If you'd like to know how to set up a chick brooder inside of a chicken coop, definitely check out my video about doing so. I'll put a link in the description below.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you're learning to farm like me. There is so much more to see. If you're planning on heading elsewhere, Bangor, yeah, yeah, yeah. This really is the place to be.